Have you ever contemplated what it means to be outnumbered 20-1 in a battle? This isn't just a hypothetical question, but a stark reality that faced a group of Irish peacekeepers during the Siege of Jadotville in September 1961. In this remote corner of the Democratic Republic of Congo, 157 Irish soldiers found themselves in a situation that would test the very limits of their courage and resilience. They were part of a United Nations mission, sent to protect Belgian settlers in the mineral-rich town of Jadotville. Little did they know their mission would morph into a desperate battle for survival. Commanded by the stalwart Pat Quinlan, these men soon found themselves besieged by a force of 3,000 Katangan troops. These were not ordinary soldiers, but a formidable force supported by European mercenaries and settlers. The odds were overwhelmingly against them, but the Irish soldiers held their own. Despite being heavily outnumbered, they managed to repel the attackers. The Irish soldiers fought with a tenacity that belied their numbers, killing 300 of the enemy while remarkably suffering no fatalities themselves. This extraordinary feat has drawn comparisons to the 1879 Battle of Rorke's Drift in South Africa. However, the story of the Siege of Jadotville doesn't end with this heroic defense. The bravery and competence of these men were overshadowed by the surrender of their company. This surrender, enforced more by political maneuverings than military defeat, led to a decades-long fight for recognition of their valor. The soldiers returned home not as heroes but as the Jadotville Jacks, a term used derisively for their perceived failure. The Siege of Jadotville is a tale of courage in the face of overwhelming odds, of political machinations that belied the truth, and of a long, arduous fight for recognition. It's a story that has finally found its rightful place in history, not least due to a major Netflix movie called The Siege of Jadotville. History is not merely a series of dates and events. It's a tapestry woven from countless individual stories of bravery, sacrifice, and determination. The Siege of Jadotville is one such thread in this vast tapestry, a thread that reminds us of the extraordinary feats ordinary people are capable of when pushed to their limits. If you've enjoyed delving into this riveting chapter of history and wish to explore more such fascinating stories, subscribe to History is Now. Remember, history is not just about the past, it's about understanding our present and shaping our future. Until our next historical journey, stay curious.